get the car. We do the deal. Like, I'm like, all right, I'm kind of coming up with like something that's going to just stop the deal, right? And then nothing happens. And I'm like, all right, well, it's Saturday. It's the afternoon. All the banks are kind of closed because they close at 12. It's like 2. I'm like, man, I don't know if I can get the cash. Maybe I'll get with you later. And he's talking, and I'm like, well, I mean, I could PayPal you the money. And I'm thinking he's going to be like, nah, man, I really need cash. I really need like a check or something, And he's like, yeah, that's fine.
What's up? What's up? Welcome back to Two Car Guys with Adam and John. We've got big news this week. Somebody bought a new car. Somebody went on a trip and got to race cars. And so we've got a bunch of stuff to talk about. Plus, I know that we've got a lot of feedback on our TikTok and Instagram about a post I put up recently. So John and I are going to give our unfiltered feedback about the release of the new Ferrari.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So let's start with the big news from John. I don't have drum roll. We'll pretend there's drum roll. John bought a new car. So if you haven't been watching our Instagram or our shorts, John bought a new car. Tell me, what'd you buy?
So I bought a 2015 Volkswagen GTI. It is white and black wheels lowered. And it has 170,000 miles on it.
I mean, that's a lot of miles, but that's like literally the exact car I was trying to buy for Braden, except in a manual, obviously.
Right.
So tell the viewers, tell the listeners, why did you buy a car with 170,000 miles, except for the fact that I think we all know you've been itching to buy a new car.
Okay, so
just looking for an excuse to buy something with wheels on it.
So I don't really know how it happened. How you get on Facebook Marketplace, right? And
you know what? I don't know how it happened. Just showed up my driveway one day. It just was there.
So you get on Facebook Marketplace and things kind of spiral out of control. And you and this guy, right? You're chatting, man. And it's like, man, it's hitting it. Like, hey, the car is decent. It needs some love. I'm willing to give it that love.
It is decent, I will say. If you guys haven't seen pictures, I'll try to post some, whether John sends them to me in time or not.
I have already nicknamed it Panda.
I like that. I like that.
It's white with black.
White and black. Cool. I like it.
So, so we're messaging, and I'm like, kind of in, kind of out. I'm like, hey, maybe I'll buy it, maybe I won't. And I'm happening to be going to Birmingham. He's in Birmingham. I'm like, hey, man, can we meet at this? My nephew's got a ball game. I'm going to be at that. Can we meet there and possibly, put this deal together? And he's like, absolutely. And I'm like, oh, cool. So then he calls me on my bluff and shows up. And so I take the car for a drive and
without me on my bluff
and shows up. Yeah. Yep. And so he shows up and the car shows up, and it actually, from the outside, I was like, man, it looks pretty good. Now, I wasn't taking a deep dive into it because I was kind of in a hurry. But so I take it on the drive, and I'm on the drive, and it's got this noise coming from the passenger side. It's just a really bad noise from the passenger side. And
like a wheel bearing?
Well, that's what he thinks. He's like, man, it's probably a wheel bearing. It could be the axle. It's something like that. And I'm like, all right, whatever, man. We'll figure it out. So
sounds like a couple $1,000s.
Yeah. Well, then, so it also has this hot start condition. So when it's hot, sometimes you got to give it a little gas to get her to fire up. I think I know what that is, but we'll get into that. But take it on the drive. AC's blowing cold. It smells straight up like a wet dog on the inside. It is. Ooh. It is rough.
Flood car?
I'm like, the whole car smells like wet dog.
No, is it a flood car?
No, it's just dog hair everywhere. Wet dog was in this car at some point. And so I'm thinking, all right, I can clean this. You know what I mean? Like, I'm really, enthusiastic about this whole process. And so
to be fair, John bought a car that when he sent me the pictures of it, the front end was basically missing and it had gotten replaced. And he's like, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's it's fine. It's fine now. It's not a big deal. It's fine. And I was like, it had massive front end damage, dude. And it's a front engine car.
Honestly, that car was fine, by the way. I want everybody to know, to clear the air. That car inspected very well and did very well. It drove great. It was going to be my tri-car, and I ended up selling it before it became that. But it was a nice car. But nonetheless. So, get the car. We do the deal. Like, I'm like, all right, I'm kind of coming up with like something that's going to just stop the deal, right? And then nothing happens. And I'm like, all right, Well, it's Saturday. It's the afternoon. All the banks are kind of closed because they close at 12. It's like 2. I'm like, man, I don't know if I can get the cash. Maybe I'll get with you later. And he's talking, and I'm like, well, I mean, I could PayPal you the money. And I'm thinking he's going to be like, nah, man, I really need cash. I really need like a check or something, And he's like, yeah, that's fine. And I'm like, no roadblocks. I'm buying
all your bluffs.
I mean,
You're like,
no
I can
roadblocks.
only use crypto, and I can pay you on the 15th. He's like, that's fine. That's fine.
that's
Just whatever,
fine. Right,
whatever you need, that's fine.
So I buy the car, right? And so I
Sure did.
I'm like, I'm going to put my wife to drive it because she's in the Maserati. And
Wow, that's
and I'm
dirty.
Like, oh, I was in the Maserati. We brought the Maserati up. She's going to be at the game all day. I wanted to go to Barber and park in the the car corral section in the Maserati because it kind of fits in there and all that stuff. And then I'm like, oh yeah, doesn't it have like an issue starting when it's hot? And he's like, oh yeah. So it's been hot for a minute. Go ahead and try to start it. And it doesn't start. And I'm like, oh god.
You're like, hey Jessica, come drive this car.
No, I was like, what did I buy? I'm thinking like I've made a bad decision. And finally, like I get it fired up. I'm like, okay, so that's what you got to do. Give it a little gas, but it shouldn't need that. So
No, what year's the car?
2015, and it's fuel injected. It's the high pressure fuel pumps going bad, I think. I'll know soon. I'm going to troubleshoot it and fix it. Either way. So
Coming soon to the channel, a video where John takes the entire engine out of this car to fix the high pressure fuel pump.
well, I've already had the whole interior out of the car since I bought it. So
What?
we're in the right direction.
Why'd you take the interior out?
The dog smell was that bad. I had to
Was it
pressure
really?
wash things. Yeah, I had to pressure wash things. It smells great now. Oh, it's perfect on the inside now.
Okay.
But it took a solid 6 hours of work to get it there.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a project, man. So anyway, so I decide Jessica's gonna take the Maserati. I'll be in the little GTI. I won't park in the exotic section. I'll just go to Barber. So I go to Barber. Whole time I'm driving there, it's like got a little shimmy, and that noise is getting a little louder. And I'm like, man, that is getting rough. I'm like, I don't know what that is.
There goes the wheel.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like I'm like checking lug bolts and stuff. Like nothing's really going wrong, but it's got a thing. And so luckily Sunday before we left from Birmingham, because that's a 2.5 hour drive in the dark. My brother-in-law works at a shop in thank you, Brad, by the way, if you're watching this. He works at a shop, and he's like their alignment guy at A Plus Auto Repair in Birmingham, Alabama. If you need your car fixed, great place, awesome alignment guy. Anyway, so he's there. He's like, we're getting done with church. I'm like, hey man, let's put it on the lift, take a look at it before I head back because I think I need to probably look at that. We lift it up, and the front wheel, and I'll post the picture. You'll post the picture. Is the front inside of the passenger side tire is like all metal, and it is just like frayed out. And the belt had broken on the tire, and the humming noise was the tire literally about to just explode. So, and the guy said the tires were decent. So,
What?
yeah. So,
So clearly you got new tires on the car. Fancy.
no.
What do you mean no?
I got lucky. So, in the trunk of the car was a full size spare. It was literally the Volkswagen wheel and the tire. And so we hunted around the shop to try to find like a used tire that I could put on it to get home, because it's only like the front 2 tires that were bad. The back 2 are brand new. And the front driver's side was decent, but it's not great. But it would get me home. Anyways, so pull the full size spare out. I'm about to put it on the car, and he's like, "Hey man, it's the same size tire. I can put it on the wheel." And I'm like, "Well, let's do that." So we take the tire off the Volkswagen wheel that was bent. By the way, I didn't notice that until it was too late.
Which wheel was bent?
The Volkswagen wheel is bent, the one that was in the trunk.
I mean, it's fine. You took tire off it anyway. Who cares?
Yeah, so pull the tire off, put it on the good wheel. I'm not riding Bobo. The car instantly is 100 times better.
What?
Like a Bobo wheel, man. Come on, people. Somebody chime in
Comment
and explain
below,
what
because
Bobo
I've never
is.
heard this term ever. It must be an Alabama thing.
Bobo, you're riding on a busted looking something. It's Bobo. You know what I mean? Like, oh man, where'd you get them shoes? They Bobo, man.
Wow.
Shoes.
Yeah, this is definitely an Alabama saying. I've never heard it before.
So then he aligns the car and everything. Take it for a drive, dude, and it's like driving a brand new car. It tracks perfect. The steering wheel's straight. the wheels are great. Like, I mean, the tires need to be replaced, but they're not like on their last leg.
Okay.
And so I've so far put 350 miles on this thing. And dude, it's a ton of fun. Like,
Dude, I have put 350 miles on the BMW.
Dude, I drove it all the way back from Birmingham and stuff, so that's a lot of miles. But yeah, so far since I picked that car up, I've put 350 miles on it. I'm happy with it.
Yeah, I will say I'm a little. I got a little FOMO that I did not go to the barber event.
Yeah.
I was invited and then uninvited in the same breath, which was very interesting. But
how are you invited and uninvited? I didn't uninvite you.
No, you didn't uninvite me.
Oh, okay.
Essentially, I was invited, and then they realized that I didn't qualify, essentially, and so I got uninvited. It's a long story.
Qualify for what?
So McLaren basically invited me to go and was really excited about me going. They're like, hey, you want to go? And I was like, yeah, you know, I think it'd be great because they were doing some McLaren Lamborghini drive.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I'd love to go. You know, I think it'd be super cool.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'll bring my McLaren.
Sure.
You were there for that.
Yes. So I didn't
You were there.
Yeah. So I was at Barber and I ran into.
You were at the dealership when they invited me to go to the event.
Okay.
Remember? Because you were like, oh, maybe I'll have a McLaren by then.
Yeah, maybe. That didn't happen. I bought a Volkswagen.
You did buy a Volkswagen. Which
same but different.
I mean, it's a dotted line to a Lamborghini.
Dotted line.
You know,
very long line, but it's there.
Dotted line.
It's a dotted line to a Bugatti. Look at me, man.
A dotted line to a. I think it's got the same key. Let's be honest with you.
It's a flip out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they invited me to go, followed up with me a couple days later, and were like, hey, are you going? I need to finalize the list. And I was like, yeah, you know, let me look at it. And I looked at it. It was last weekend, and I was considering going. And I was like, you know what? I'll go. That's cool. And within like 2 minutes, I got a text message back, and they're like, yeah, you can't go.
Why?
And I was like, why? And they're like, you didn't buy your car from us.
That was what I had to do. You had to buy a car from that dealer?
Yeah, and I was like, I do all my service there, and my extended warranty came from you guys, and I bought my other car from you guys.
Yeah.
But I didn't buy my McLaren from them, so I was uninvited.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it was really interesting.
We won't name the dealer, but
it was really interesting.
That's interesting. I don't understand that, but yeah.
Okay, so the cool thing that I did. So here's the thing I will tell you. For everybody listening, I've had a lot of cars, right? I've had 25. I can look at the list. I've had like 25 or 30 cars in my lifetime, right? And almost an equal amount of motorcycles. And I've had them from all different brands, right? I've had everything from, you know, Fords to Hondas to Aston Martins and McLarens and, you know, BMWs and everything. So I didn't get my first BMW until I bought the X5 BMW. And I really loved that car. Got a lot of hate, right? Because it was, everybody said it was a mom car, you know.
Nothing wrong with a mom car, man.
But I enjoyed driving it. It was fun to drive. The launch control on that thing was sick, right? And when I sold it, after I had the truck for a little while, I was like, man, I will end up with another BMW. I knew I'd end up with another BMW at some point. I looked at getting like an M4 manual so I could teach Braden how to drive a manual. I looked at getting an M2. I thought about dailying an M3. So we all know, you guys have been following the channel, I ended up with the M4 CS, the Valentino Rossi edition. I bought it because of the history with Valentino. I'm a huge fan. I have the opportunity to meet him. I don't know if anybody on the channel knows that or not. But part of the purchase was a trip to Italy to meet Valentino in person, to have dinner on his ranch, on the Moto Ranch. And then
pretty cool.
We were supposed to be driving M4s on Mazzano.
Right.
And instead, now we're going to be driving M4s on Imola.
Yeah.
Which is sick.
I mean, just horrible. I mean, why would you do that? That sounds so crazy.
Yeah. So I will tell you, as everybody knows on the channel, I have a McLaren, I have an Aston. They're both what I would consider to be exotic cars, right? You would think that the ownership with those cars would be something special.
Yeah.
And to a point it is, right? I do get invited to Aston events. I do get invited to McLaren events. There's a lot of events that they invite me to that are very expensive, right? And I don't end up going to them. There's a lot of launches for new cars that tend to be free, and I end up going to a lot of those. But I will say, out of all the cars I've owned to this point, and I own today, BMW by far has the best ownership experience of anything I've ever owned.
That's really cool, man.
Because if you buy the car, even if you buy it used, under the warranty, all of your oil changes are free. All the service is free. And when they do the oil change, when they do the service, they photograph and film everything and attach it to your account so you can see everything that's going on.
Right.
When I was out at Car Week in Monterey, I was invited to the BMW house. Maybe some of you guys have seen the short video we put on Instagram and TikTok. I was invited to the BMW house, and while I was there, I got talking to one of the ladies out there, one of the brand specialists, and she said, "What kind of car do you have?" And I said, "I've got the BMW M4 CS, the Valentino Rossi edition." We had this long conversation about, just my experience with BMW and everything, and she brought me this. It is a BMW black card. It's a metal card, and it's basically concierge service for the BMW.
Pretty cool.
I will tell you, it's a really cool experience. Part of being in Car Week, I actually ran into a guy out there who manages the BMW driving experience. So there's two driving experiences. There's one in California, and there's one in South Carolina. South Carolina is where the plant is, right? And California is actually, they've got like a small test track, and then they've got Thermal Racetrack, which is a private race course. You have to, I think, admission, or they were saying the membership's $1 million, and then you have to buy a piece of land and you have to build a house on it. Like, you can't just be a member of this track. Like, you have to have a car condo, if you will. And I was talking to the guy out there, and he's like, "Don't go to South Carolina," because I was just going. You and I were just going to drive up there.
We were
it's like a 2-hour drive, But
it'll work
I found
better
out
for me.
Well, I found out after the fact it wouldn't work better for you, because you could have done the BMW driving experience with me,
right?
Which is basically just test driving a bunch of cars. And it's like a 2-hour driving experience,
right?
But the M school, if you don't have an M car, it's like $2,800.
Ah, gotcha.
So you wouldn't have done that.
I mean, maybe.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
But so anyway, he said if I go out there that I would get to drive on Thermal Racetrack, and I was like,
that's pretty
done,
cool.
right?
Yeah.
So last weekend was actually my birthday, and I went out to LA and I hung out with some of my friends. Thank you.
Let's go.
So last week was my birthday. I went out and hung out with some friends. I was gonna say 29, but 99 works. With the gray hair, I guess I get it. But I drove from LA to Palm Desert, which is basically where Thermal is, and I went to a Thermal Racetrack. And the crazy part was, so the first day I did the BMW driving experience, which is the first thing they do is they put you in the X5 BMW, and you drive off road. And it's nothing aggressive. It's not like driving the Bronco off-road, but it was interesting to see the capabilities of the X5.
Right.
Really, its only limitation is the tires.
Yeah.
If you put a grippier tire, you could do a lot more off-road in that car, but no one's really doing off-road in an X5. But when it came to the cars, they put me in a Z4, an M4, an Z4, an M4, I4, an X5M Comp, and a Z8.
Yeah.
Sorry, an M8 rather. And my two favorites of the day were the M4 and the X5M. And what was crazy was we're in the desert, and it rained the entire time. So I was the fastest out on track, and so I was by myself. Everybody else brought somebody with them, so they'd swap and let the other person drive.
Right.
And
while
they were letting
double track time.
Well, when they were letting the other person drive, he was like, "Just stay out there." So I was out there
Nice.
just clicking off laps, having a great time.
That's fun.
So the second day we came back to do the M driver school. because in the desert, they do the school really early in the morning. It starts at 6:00 and it runs until like 1:00 in the afternoon.
Right.
And you basically run straight through, and then you have lunch after everything, right? And it's normally 18 people. For some reason, and it was on my actual birthday, for some reason, it was 3 people. So there was
like the perfect day.
It was perfect. So there was myself, amazing. There was a guy who doesn't have any track experience, and he's into cars, drives cars, whatever, but he doesn't have any track experience. And then there was another guy, and the other guy has multiple race licenses, has two or three track cars, and basically club races on the weekends, right? And I'm like, well, I'm not going to be first.
Just go and hang up first place.
I mean, it was kind of funny because, I knew he was going to be faster than me. My whole goal was not to be too far behind him, right? What was really funny
shall
was
catch you.
I wore a gray shirt, like plain shirt, no graphic,
right?
Khaki shorts, and my gray pelote shoes. No sponsorship here, but I mean, if you want to, hit us up.
Race shoes. Let's go.
So I had my gray shoes, my gray pelote shoes on, right? This guy was wearing the same freaking outfit.
Oh my
gray
gosh.
Shirt, gray pelote shoes. The only difference was my soles were white and his were like the gum color.
We got Adam and Adam 2.0 out there on the track.
Literally. And I was like, all right, well, this guy gets it, right? He knows what's up. But the first thing they had us do was drive M8s, and we did the skid pad, which I've never done a skid pad before, right?
Right.
And so the goal of the skid pad when we went the first time was to basically get the car up to like 25 miles an hour, and then just stab the throttle and let it get loose, and then try to correct it. Right.
Yeah.
I was pretty good at that. I didn't have an issue with that. Then we did a chase race, which was on the skid pad in M8s. And I won 3 races, and the guy in the green car, the guy with the racing licenses, won 3 races, and then the other guy won 0. So we had a tiebreaker, and I lost by a bumper, like literally a bumper. I was ahead the whole race, and the back end got a little out of control on the last lap, and I lost.
That's it. If you win by an inch or a mile, winning's winning, baby.
Exactly, inch or a mile,
inch or a bumper. Winning's
so we
winning.
did that, and then we did M4s on the track where we basically went, down the straightaway and then cut it and tried to like get better exit speed, right?
Yeah.
And so that was pretty cool. And then we ended up taking M2s, which is still one of my favorite BMW cars.
I do a lot, yeah.
But we took M2s and did them on the little small track, on the circuit track.
Right.
And we were doing like a rat race, right? So his best time was a 43.7, and my best time was a 44.5. So I wasn't that far off.
Not bad,
right?
Yeah,
I felt pretty good, in comparison. But it was a lot of fun, and I did get some video on the sunglasses.
Yes,
I didn't think I did. It ended up coming through. I posted it.
The meta glasses, right?
Yep, on the meta glasses. I posted it on our TikTok. I'm going to try and post it on Instagram or on our YouTube shorts. But it was really cool.
I'm instantly needing a pair of them glasses.
Yes. I will say it was fun on there, but then they put us in M4s and took us out on thermal. And mind you, none of the time that we drove at all was there ever a guy in the car with us. They had a radio in the door, and you just left the radio in the door and let him talk to you the whole time, right? So he was coaching you through the door. And we get on thermal, and you can hear it in the thing where he's like, put some space between you and the orange car. And so I let the guy go in front of me. And then it was like, he's like, all right, roll on the throttle, get on it. And so I started chasing the orange car down, right?
Yeah.
So I let him kind of get away from me, and then I got on the throttle. I didn't get, we did like 7 or 8 laps, and we took a break, and then we did 7 more laps.
Right.
And I only got one video of one part of the track. And I wish I had gotten more video, but honestly, it was probably the fastest I've been consistently in a car for a long period of time, right? because like you and I will go and do some back roads and stuff like that, and we'll drive whatever.
Yeah.
But being in a car on the track and being consistently fast and all that stuff, it was probably the longest I've done it, for a long time. Dude, I had a great time.
I bet
It was absolutely amazing. It was exhilarating. It was really cool to see what that car can really do.
Yeah.
Because my car is still technically locked, right? Because I got to get up to 1,200 miles, right? Which, by the way, Carfax thinks I have like 6,000 miles on the car already. I was like 600. Like.
Right, like where'd you get that number?
yeah. It's estimating that I should be, going in for my first oil change or something like that. And I'm like, I am nowhere near that number.
Close. Yeah,
yeah. But it was a lot of fun, and I will say everybody at BMW was really, really great.
Yeah.
Before we get into the Ferrari thing, I want to talk to you about something. I kind of know your feedback on this, and we're gonna debate it here, right?
Okay.
So I've said on the channel before that I think the replacement for my truck, when I do decide to get rid of it, and I will say I was kind of leaning toward getting rid of it sooner than later, and I washed it today and did like a full detail on it. Oh my God. Fell back in love with the truck. I was driving around and I was like, why do I want to get rid of this thing?
That's how
it sounds good. It handles well. It's got a big screen in it. It's super comfortable, Yep. My only complaint with that truck is it's my daily. And when I bring it to like downtown Atlanta, I can't park it anywhere because all the parking decks are shorter,
Still save some money. Buy a $4,500 Volkswagen.
It's in the cards, man.
Good, man.
It's in the cards. It's going to happen because Braden's, my son's going to need a car like soon, right? I mean, the next year or two. And so, it's in the cards.
Yes.
But with that being said, I said that when I replaced the truck, I was going to replace it with a wagon, right?
Okay.
Now, I will say, all my friends, all of them, I think we all want wagons. I think we all would love a wagon. And I'll tell you right now, if it was an option, there's not even a question. I want the BMW M3 CS wagon that they make in Europe.
Okay. Yeah.
That's not available here.
Not available in the US.
No, it has the same hood as my M4. It's got the big kidney grille. But it's a wagon, but it's an M3 size, right? It's absolutely beautiful. I saw one in Goodwood.
Okay, yeah, I haven't seen the M3 wagon in person. Obviously,
it's absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
It's absolutely perfect. I saw a blue one in Goodwood. It was on the top of the BMW owners paddock or whatever. It was sick. So here's the deal, right? The two most popular wagons that are out there right now are the RS6. And now we've got the M5, touring, right?
Yeah.
I had a 5 Series, brand new 2025 5 Series when I was out in California, for the BMW experience,
right?
And I will tell you, it was the best car I've ever owned. I felt so, I don't know, as executives the word driving around in that car, but it was just. It felt good. The steering wheel is thick and it feels good in your hands. The screen is awesome. The big curved screen.
Yeah.
The seats are comfortable. The heads up display is really nice.
It's a big car.
It is, but it doesn't drive like a big car.
Right.
I had it in the canyons. I mean, I got video of me in the canyons up in Mulholland, and that car is hustling.
Right.
It's a wonderful car, and here's the thing, right? The RS6 Avant, without question, I think is the better looking car.
Agreed.
And I love the V8 in it. I love the sound of that car.
Yes.
But I will go down swinging. The interior of that BMW is much nicer than the Audi interior.
I think they're both nice. I really do. I've spent time in the RS6 Avant. I think the RS6 Avant to me is like really cool.
I agree.
It's
I think
really
it's a
cool,
really cool car.
Like, everything about that wagon is good job.
It's a really cool car, and if I got one, I'd bring it to you instantly, and we'd do a tune and exhaust and all the things on it.
Yes,
but part of me wants a M5 Touring.
I mean, the M5 Touring's cool. The M5, we've got one at work. I haven't experienced it. I haven't driven it, so I have no judgment on that. The look of it to me isn't there. I just the front's kind of the back's meh. I've
So-
seen the touring in person, and I was still thinking the same thing.
The
I will
M5,
say that
the M5 itself, I'm with you, is not that impressive. Now, I will say, my friend Kevin and I drove the new M5 in California at Car Week.
Yeah.
And I was on my phone, which I don't. Oh, I have my phone on me.
Yeah.
I was on my phone, literally like this, sending a message to the people that we were supposed to be meeting up with later.
Right.
And Kevin launched the car, and I'm not even joking. The phone pinned up against my chest like this, and I had enough time to look down and grab it off my chest. Like, that was impressive. Yeah. And you know that M5 has rear wheel steer.
Yeah.
And
so it feels smaller.
But it doesn't feel heavy either. You know? It was pretty impressive. It really was. I enjoyed driving it. I know Kevin enjoyed driving it, and it shook everything up. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
I think the RS6 is the better looking car.
It's the better looking car. 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
I
would
think
go
it
RS6
is.
Avant. But honestly, dude, the Raptor, that's a cool truck, man. It's a cool
You're
truck.
not wrong. My friend's actually looking at a Raptor right now. I mean, I really like that truck a lot.
After getting the Bronco, dude, like, they're so much fun, dude.
They are. They are. We need to do an episode where you and I do either the Georgia Adventure route or the Scar.
I agree. Yeah, let's do it, man.
Yeah, Georgia Traverse or whatever.
Put some together for sure.
I
need to make a Tail of the Dragon trip before the fall is up. All of that.
Does Jessica camp is the question.
She would love to camp. I don't care for camping.
You're not a camper?
You're
the one that's the problem?
I did it in the military for years.
Oh, my God.
If I have a choice, I am going and getting a hotel, dude.
Oh, you're bougie.
100%.
Oh, you're bougie.
If I have the choice. Jessica would be down.
I thought it was going to be Jessica that didn't want to camp. It's the Army guy who doesn't want to camp.
Man,
what is that about?
Look, it's not that I don't want to. If I don't have to, I'm not going to.
Well, you're going to have to if we go on the Georgia
Traverse. We'll make it work, man. We'll make it work. Yeah.
We'll bring
I'm
out
also
the
the guy
air
with a bad
mattresses.
back too. Remember that?
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
That's what they make a leave for.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah.
All right.
What?
So listen, let's have this last conversation. We'll wrap it up. Okay, so Ferrari just dropped the new Ferrari Testarossa.
Yes.
It's getting a lot of mixed reviews. It's one of our most viewed videos on Instagram and TikTok. We have, probably 10,000 views on each. One of our most commented videos on Instagram and TikTok. And it's by far on the negative, I would say. There's nobody who's saying, "Oh my God, I love this car." There's a lot of people that are saying, Ferrari's lost their soul, Ferrari's lost their way. John, where are you at? Where are you at? What do you think?
All right, man. So I gotta agree with the people. It's what happened, man. How did we get from the La Ferrari?
I don't understand where the mustache is coming from.
Dude, not only the mustache, but it's like we're stepping back to like they're trying to like not give the car a face. You know, that's what the designer said. I think it was something like that. We don't want to give the car a face. And I'm like, I don't like it.
I hate it.
Whatever. The SF90 is where I think Ferrari stopped making cool cars.
SF90 is a beautiful car. I know people who have them, and they say that they don't like the car, which is really disappointing because I love that car. I've never driven one, so I can't tell you whether or not it's good to drive, but I do love the look of it. I hear that the best car Ferrari has made to this point is the F8.
Yeah, the Tributo. Yeah.
Absolutely. Now here's the thing. And okay, Ford did this and it really pissed me off, right? Ford was like, hey, we want to get into EV. We want to bring in our customer base. We're going to call this thing the Mach-E, right?
The Mustang.
And it was the Mustang Mach-E, and they used the Mustang logos. If they could have just called it the Mach-E, it would have been super cool. It's actually a really nice car. Yeah. I just hate that they try to trade on the Mustang brand, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Ferrari is trying to trade on the Testarossa brand.
Yes.
They didn't even give it any design cues from the original Testarossa. At least when Lamborghini re-released the Countach,
yeah,
it looked like a Countach.
I will say Lamborghini's getting it right now.
Lamborghini's been getting it right for a minute, dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, minus the Urus, come at me.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Even the Urus looks good. Like
it doesn't look bad, but you're paying $300,000 for an RSQ8,
a heavily used, appreciated one for like $150. Let's go.
Yes,
man.
yeah,
right.
Yeah, heavily
and if
used,
you're looking in that
appreciated.
price, if you're looking in that price point, why not get that?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
You know what I mean?
But I mean,
go.
I don't like the fact that they called this thing a Testarossa. It looks nothing like a Testarossa. So
the whole
I had to get your perspective on it because I don't like the car. I actually don't like the F80. Let's be honest. I don't like the V6 F80, and this is now a V8 hybrid car. So why is the V8? Why is the Testarossa better than their flagship hypercar?
So that's the thing that's crazy to me. One of the things that I look back at, man, is like cars that are like memories, like that just are core memories in my mind. I can go back to when I saw that car and said, "That's freaking cool." And that was when I was in Iraq. I picked up a magazine, and the Ferrari 458 had just been released, and it was the cover of that magazine. And I said, "That car is absolutely gorgeous." And I will never forget that moment when I said, "Wow. That is a gorgeous car." And you're not going to get that with these cars. It's not there. It's just not.
No, nobody's like, "Oh my God, this is a poster car."
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Like the 458 was a poster car. Pininfarina at its finest.
100%. It was a great car.
Man. So I don't know.
So hopefully Ferrari gets back to their ways and starts making cars. But I mean, we're in a post Pininfarina era, right?
Absolutely.
So I mean,
yeah.
You know,
It's mustaches and
it's
you know all that.
Terrible.
Is Hendrik Fisker working there? Do we know? Is he working there?
I don't think so.
I mean, the karma's gone.
Karma
What happened,
is
Hendrik?
gone.
Are you involved in this?
Yeah, the karma.
Somebody let me know in the comments. Is Hendrik Fisker designing these cars now?
I'll tell you what, man. I saw a Fisker that was really cool at the Peterson Museum.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, if they would just make it look like this, I'd buy one tomorrow.
I'll be honest.
But
like
yeah.
the Fisker Karma when it came out was polarizing. It was actually pretty cool, but the mustache was
it was
legit
weird.
There, dude.
It was weird.
You know, but hey, whatever. Right? Design
Well,
cues.
listen, if you do like the car, please be the first to comment in the comments below. Let us know. If you don't like it, you know, pile on. Let's talk trash about these and shame them into building a different car.
Yeah,
But either way, if you've lasted this long into the video, if you've lasted this long into the podcast, thank you. We appreciate it. Make sure you're liking and subscribing to our videos. Make sure that you're leaving comments because comments help us to interact with you guys and to plan what we're going to do for the next video.
It does help.
And I think that's it. That's all I got, Johnny. You got anything?
I mean, nothing here. Appreciate you guys. Thanks. See you on the next one.
See you on the next one.
Peace.